Hey guys, it's Mike with Backwards Machining. Well, I got the little beast together. Spindle's on there and working. I don't have the motor in there right now. I took it out. I'll get to that in a second. But I ended up putting this bar in there and turning it with a drill just to turn it down to see how the bearing, if I did the bearings, the preload correctly. And unfortunately, it's not a good way to test it because it was just spinning and it was a mess. So I'm going to have to get the motor going before I can properly test it anyway, before checking the preload. But I think it's good. These are some of the gears. Now, this gear down here needs to be replaced. This is a phenolic gear. At least I think it's phenolic. It's not a normal one. You can see most of it shredded. It does still work, but there's not much engagement left on it. Also, this one here is a 3D printed plastic gear. This is the original, but it had a tooth busted off that I have to repair, and I don't have the proper cutter yet. I still have to get I believe this one's a DP14 and the one in there is a DP16. I don't know why Logan does that. Why would you do two separate gear sizes so close together? But you can pretty much see the difference there. That's a 14, that's a 16. I'll show you inside of here. These two, hang on, let me put this down. These two bearings in the front are huge. They're about 4 inches in diameter. And then there's a bronze sleeve that goes in the middle. That's an oil port that goes down. Locking ring, locking nut. And then I think this is the bull gear. And then you have 2 more bearings in here. No bronze sleeve, and I don't know if I'm missing it or not, but I didn't have another one of these cages. Unfortunately, I'm not the guy who took it apart, so I didn't get to see how it came apart, and I don't have a manual to know how this goes. So this is strictly a guess on my part. Internet research really hasn't shown me much. Unfortunately, my lathe, this one here, is not a popular one as far as what a lot of people own and talk about. So I just had to kind of make do with very few pictures that I happened to come across. But again, I mean, it's running and it does work, so I'll know a little bit more once it's actually really running with a motor. Unfortunately, as with most projects, I've got 2 parts here left over and I don't know where they go. So I don't know if this could be a potential problem or not. I guess I'll find out in the future. Now, as far as the motor goes, completely blew my mind because this machine is reversible. This is forward, now this is reverse. So I assumed it was a 3-phase motor, and apparently it's not. It's single phase. Let me show you. This is it right here. Oh, hang on, let me shut the light off. There we go. Single phase. Down here, counterclockwise rotation, and you change the wires for clockwise rotation. And there's actually four wires in here to change direction. It completely blew my mind that this is 115 or 208, 230 volt reversible single phase motor. I can't get over that. But I have this here. Another treadmill motor similar to the one I have on the milling machine, I purchased this one, well, I got them both at the same time, but this one I designed specifically for a milling machine. I'm going to make a milling machine, a CNC tabletop milling machine, like a 4x4. And this was the spindle for it. And now I was going to use this motor just for the lathe, but now I don't know. If that motor does end up working, I might just use the original motor back in it. And it was an absolute nightmare getting it out, so I'm not looking forward to putting that one back in. But you know, it is a nice motor, and if it works, I suppose I might as well use it. Then I can keep this for the original project. I even 3D printed this thing on the bottom here. There's a magnet, or 2 magnets inside that plastic case for a speed sensor to tell the RPM of this spindle when it's running for the CNC. Again, future project for for that, but yeah, it's neither here nor there. Anyway, that was just a quick update, well, sort of quick, for this lathe and how it's going. All right, guys, enjoy your night.